You guys have seen the title. Is GameStop coming back? This is the question I've been asking for a couple months now because the more I go into GameStop, the better it gets, honestly. I see classic games on the shelf, all the way from Nintendo 64. I'm seeing Nintendo 3DS games. I'm seeing all these old retro games coming back to GameStop. Even like PS3, Wii U. They're finally on the shelves at GameStop, and I think that's when GameStop really lost its magic, when you couldn't go in there and buy retro games. Because the fact, if you're going into GameStop, you're expecting to see old, new, all games from all over the place, and honestly get whatever game that you really think of your mind, there might be a chance it might be there. Because that's the point of going into a game store, is that you want some new and maybe some old games. You never know. And then GameStop, it's just selling new games and then merchandise. That's not games. That's not a GameStop. That's a Best Buy, if anything, or a Walmart where you can just buy merch. Really, there's no good comparison, but it's not a GameStop. It's to buy new games and then get some other things. That's really what GameStop has turned into here lately. Now, I'm not a GameStop hater. I've always enjoyed GameStop, really, ever since I was a kid. It's always been my go-to place, whatever. But it's just getting ridiculous how they were turning out to be. But it seems like they're kind of going back to their old ways. It seems like they're keeping retro games in now. Seems like they're not sending them all back to corporate just to be sold online. Because again, when you're selling a retro, when you're buying something that's been used, you want to see it. That's the main thing. Like, you don't know what quality it is, because what if it's just what if they show just a stock image of it and then you get it and it's just a piece of shit. It has a bunch of scratches. It barely works. Like, it's ridiculous. Who wants to see that? Nobody does. So it really excites me that they're bringing back retro games. And also, they're not really pushing the pro membership on as much. When I went in there the other day, again, this is just between GameStop to GameStop. I mean, it just depends on how willing the employee is to meet ride GameStop that day. So, you take this with a little grain of salt, I guess I should say. But at the end of the day, like, he literally asked me, you want to join GameStop pro membership, new games, you get 10% off or something like that. I was like, no, thank you. But thanks for asking. And yeah, so anyway, back to my whole point of GameStop coming back. You guys know I just go way off track. I think so. I think 1000% it is. So anyway, I walk in there, I see these retro games. I see less pop figureheads, which I don't like. I do prefer U2s. That's another video for another day though. But yeah, I legitimately think GameStop is on its way back. Now, does GameStop still have a lot of flaws? Yes. Yes, it does. But there's also going to be retro GameStops, which I don't necessarily like, but I don't think it's a bad idea. A lot of people, including myself, struggle to find retro game stores at their hometown. For me, I have three, but one of them never has any games. I don't know how that place stays afloat. They literally have zero retro games in stock ever. It's literally ridiculous how bullshit they just never have any games in stock ever. Like, I mean, but there's one that never has it. Two, the prices are just skyrocketed throughout the roof. And then three is Disc Replay, which Disc Replay is more known throughout. Not like Disc Replay, but they've been getting ridiculous with their prices and their trading credit here lately. I mean, it's honestly unfathomable how ridiculous Disc Replay is getting. So you got those three places where I live. It's just sad. It really, really, really is. So GameStop, get back to my point. GameStop Retro's coming into the mix now. It's nice to see, because for people like me, GameStop will say, hey, this place could honestly use a retro game store of ours. That'd be huge. That'd be awesome. That'd be super nice. Because then you get to see the games, you get to go into a retro GameStop, which I'm excited to see what that looks like as well. I wonder if they'll change up how GameStops look, because we all know GameStops look boring as hell inside. Like, they never change anything up from store to store, which I think GameStop is also a store that should change up a lot of things from store to store. I think that'd be super cool. It'd definitely keep, if you're visiting a place, you're like, hey, we should go to this GameStop here. I've actually searched it up online. It looks really cool on the inside. I think that would really benefit GameStop. I think that would make every trip unique, and I think that would really, again, I think that would really embody like gaming culture a lot more, because like every game that you have is supposed to be different and unique and a whole new quest. And I think if GameStop did that, I think that'd be huge. Again, I'm in marketing class. Hire me, businesses out there. I will market your hell out of you and make you successful. But yes, I do think GameStop is on its way back. I really hope it is because again, I like GameStop. I don't think GameStop, a lot of the practices they've done, like when they tried to shove their focus to iPhones and a lot of things, I think GameStop thinks they're going to be a blockbuster situation, blockbuster family video situation where their genre of stuff is going to fade out. Having retro games and all those other things is going to go away with basically everything on the internet now. But honestly, I don't think that's how it's going to go because with the video games and stuff, people like to have the physical copies of those. People like to play offline video games a lot. Like for myself, example, my Wi-Fi here is dog shit. It goes out every 5 seconds. I play a lot of offline video games. Like I'm being dead serious. Sorry that the lighting just changed a little bit, but yeah, I legitimately play a lot of offline video games. So and I can't do that with streaming movies offline or streaming games offline. And I'm saying like GameStop might have thought that the video games and again it is kind of going like this that you can just basically stream video games all the time. And I just don't think that's going to be the case for video games at least for a long time. For with video games you have to have the internet connection has to be super damn good. You have to have still a powerful thing to receive this. Like it's not just like a streaming box like I mean, it can be, but you're basically playing mobile games at that point. So I just don't see video games going that way, especially with retro video games. Like, people like to preserve those things and play them how they were intended. Like, for example, playing a Super Nintendo game on a Super Nintendo feels so much better than playing it on the virtual console. That's where I'm getting it with. And I feel like movies and stuff like that, that's just not the case. If you're watching a movie, you want to see in the best quality, 4K, HD, all that stuff. But with video games, it's unique, in my opinion. And this is also with music as well, like listening to vinyl records and stereo and FM, like all those different things. It's definitely a more unique experience, and it's definitely a lot more exciting to watch compared to a lot of other things. So yeah, that's my opinion. I do think GameStop's coming back, and I think they've realized, hey, video games, it's going to be a long time before they make this turn into it all being virtual. And so, yeah, I really do respect GameStop switching back to their roots. It seems like they could pull the rug out under me. They could say, you know what, fuck this guy, OP fried up. So, yeah, I don't really know. I hope they're coming back. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say. And as always, have a great day.